adultery and fornication and uncleanness and lewdness. What do you think he's referring to when he talks about uncleanness? That's the kind of stuff he's talking about. This sodomy and this oral sex stuff. Not in the Christian home, man. Not in the Christian marriage. In fact, there shouldn't be no marriage. And then in Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 3, but fornication and all uncleanness. Notice that word again, uncleanness. Referring to this stuff. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not even be named among you, as is fitting for saints. Let it never, on that worldly passing and tell your child whatever you do in your bedroom is your business. He doesn't know the word. That pastor doesn't know the word. Let's look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 3. It says, for this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you should abstain from sexual immorality. Abstain from it. Run from it. Don't ever introduce that into your marriage. Don't ever introduce that into your marriage bed. Against porneia, because it affects both the church and the whole person. Can you imagine people like that? People engaging in such acts. They on their platform leading the church into worship. Filled with all kinds of demons. Filled with all kinds of sexual demons. And they say they're leading God's people into worship. They trying to lead God's people into his presence. And filled with all kinds of demons, all kinds of sexual demons. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. You see why the church is so clogged up and why the church is so powerless? Because of demonic activity among God's people. Because we are engaging in all kind of lewdness and all kind of uncleanness in our bedrooms. And we're calling it pleasure. We're calling it pleasure. My God. My God. My God. That's just a marvel might say. My God. My God. Huh?
Get the flesh.
That's because the flesh say, oh, give me some more of that. Boy, I enjoy that. I like that. Oh yeah, boy. Come on. Do it again. I like that. Those demons down inside your stomach. Boy, I like that. Do it again. Give me some more of that. Give me some more of that. Look, strictly defined, oral and anal sex practices between those of opposite sex, including husband and wife, is a form of sodomy. It's a form of sodomy, a practice that God unequivocally condemns. Never forget that. God condemns oral sex. God condemns sodomy. He condemns it. And his people are engaging in it. And come to church the next day talking about they live with clean hands. What clean hands? What clean hands? They're filthy. They have filthy hands. Talking about lifting clean hands to God, that kind of stuff. Thus the marriage bed becomes defiled. That's how the marriage bed becomes defiled. That's how the marriage bed becomes defiled. The marriage bed becomes defiled and subject to God's certain judgment. For fornicators, God will judge. And if you are involving yourself in uncleanness and lewdness, you're committing fornication even though you're married. You're married to that woman or you're married to that man, but you're engaging in uncleanness, so you're committing fornication. God will judge you, he said. He will judge you, and he will pass sentence upon and condemn adulterers and fornicators. Glory to God. Oral and anal sex is unnatural, man. Oral and anal sex is unnatural. It is unnatural. That's the work of demons. Demons introduced that into the human race. That came straight from the belly of hell. It is unnatural. It is against nature. Vaginal intercourse is the natural God-ordained way to practice sex between husband and wife. And God disapproves of unnatural sexual practices. He disapproves. He disapproves. God gave them over to the lust of their hearts, to impurity, that their bodies might be dishonored among them. God gave them over to degrading passion. God said, that's what you want? That's what you want to engage in? Go right ahead. Go, let it kill you. If you love it so much, let it kill you. Let it destroy you. He gave them over. God didn't try to stop them. He didn't try to stop them. He said, that's what you want to do? All you want is fleshy pleasure? Go ahead. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let it kill you. Let it kill you. Let it destroy you. Let it fill you with all kinds of diseases. Let it destroy you with all kinds of diseases. For the women exchanged the natural function for that which is unnatural. What do you think they were talking about? What do you think Paul was talking about? That's what he's talking about. Sodomy and oral sex. Huh? For the women exchanged the natural function for that which is unnatural. And in the same way, also the men abandoned the natural function of the woman and burned in their desire towards one another. Man with man, woman with woman, committing indecent acts and receiving in their own places the due penalty of their error. My God, my God. And that's in Romans chapter 1. All of that is in Romans chapter 1. I'll read that and I close. And I'll pick it up from there next time, God's willing. Romans chapter 1, verses 24, 26, and 27. I'll pick it up from this same point next time. Romans chapter 1, verse 24, and it says, therefore God gave them up to uncleanness, in the lust of their hearts, to dishonor their bodies among themselves. Verse 26, for this reason God gave them up to vile passions. God said, y'all, if you love it, let it kill you. I ain't stop you. For even their women exchanged the natural use for what is against nature. God said it's against nature for woman to go with woman. It's against nature for man to go with man. It's against nature for a man to sodomize his wife. My God, my God. Even in the marriage bed. Huh? And that's happening. That is happening among men in many marriages, in many homes. Men are sodomizing their wives, and many wives don't like it. They hate it. But in many cases they are trapped. Because they know if they say no, he can find somebody else to do it. This is reality. This is reality. This is happening. Even among Christians, this is happening. Even among pastors. There are many pastors who are doing this. There are many pastors in this country who are sodomizing their wives against their wives' will. Verse 27, likewise also the man, leaving the natural use of the woman, burning in their lust for one another. Man with man, committing what is shameful. You can marry two old hairy men in the bed together, two old hairy men. My Jesus. Man with man committing what is shameful and receiving in themselves the penalty of the error which was due. God will judge them. God will judge them. And let me just close on this point. The fact that unnatural sexual practices are those which are contrary to nature. It's contrary to nature. Thus, nature testifies against the unclean practices of oral and anal sex. Those who practice these perverse ways can expect to receive in their own persons the due penalty for their error.
Sickness in the body. Good.
And so this morning, I pray that if there is anybody in our midst who needs prayer in this area, that they would come and we pray and we cast that foul, unclean spirit out of them in the name of Jesus. Amen? Let it never, Paul said, let it never be named among you. Let it never be named among you. I can't imagine pastors telling young couples, whatever y'all do in y'all bedroom, behind y'all closed doors, y'all business. That ain't nobody else's business, and nobody has any right to tell you what to do and what you can't do in your bedroom. Taboo. Foolishness. He's misleading them to hell with that kind of advice. He's misleading them to hell with that kind of advice. Hallelujah. And so that may it never be named among any of us. May it never be named among any of us. Is my prayer this morning. In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.